Hello my friends, welcome all of you, almost 106,000 star seeds, light workers and wanderers to this session. And today it is a very important session with Metatron where I have asked about various interesting questions. First query which I have asked about is what is the truth behind the green light or meteor? They stated that it was a rock or a meteor seen in Turkey. The truth has been revealed and it is not what they are stating. So it is revealed in this session. And also I have asked about what are the attributes of an old soul and how do these attributes help in the evolution of human consciousness. So this was sent by a viewer. I thank you for that. And they have shared 8 attributes of old souls, and also they have stated wonderful information of how to identify whether you are an old soul or not. As you watch the session, you will also realize whether you are an old soul or not just by listening to the various attributes. And finally, I have also asked about what is the percentage required for graduating into service to others or service to self planetary sphere. This has been revealed, and before the session begins, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining on the Patreon. I have recently released important information about the 5th dimension or the 4th density Earth sessions. You can watch it on my Patreon. The link is on the description. Also, I want to say thank you to all of you who take the time to like the video, as it is a service to others, which is service to yourself. So if you like this video, the universe somehow will like you back in some way, shape or form. Thank you for that. And also I hope you enjoy this
I am Metatron, magnetic consciousness communicating now through this divine love light child, the instrument who has opened itself up to receive this transmission from our vibratory sound complex, and I, Metatron, magnetic consciousness, must warn each of those who shall come forth with our message to trust in the vibrations of resonance within the self and to reject the message if there is no resonance felt. Furthermore, the first query relates with what is the truth behind the green fireball seen in the sky in Turkey, as known by your people in your current space-time. Approximately 7 days ago, I, Metatron, magnetic consciousness, must state that this indeed was a spacecraft of the Aster Command Social Memory Complex, which the people of your planet, specifically the astronomical departments of your societal complex, labeled this green fireball blazing across the atmosphere as a rock. However, I, Metatron, must state that indeed it was the Aster Command Social Memory Complex who were giving a signal to the Earth planets that now the 4th density is coming, and the green light signifies the green ray energy center activation, which is activated in the 4th density level of the Earth planets. This also is a significance that the Aster Command were able to secure certain locations inside the lands of Agartha, as well as inside the location of the dark side of the moon. There were certain types of battles which happened recently, because of which the Aster Command were victorious, and as a signal, this green light was sent to all galaxies and all planetary spheres for the purpose of sending a signal of the victory which happens to the lights. Therefore, I, Metatron, shall now answer the other query related with what are the attributes of an all-soul and how do these qualities contribute to their contribution in the evolution of the human consciousness and the transformation of the collective. I, Metatron, must state firstly that within the grand cosmic tapestry of the universal complex created by the one universal divine light grid programmer, there always exists an intricate system of tapestry and energetic vibrations, which honors the all souls and provides them with opportunities to fulfill their mission and purposes. Furthermore, in all of the systems created by the universal light grid programmer, the all souls are respected as beings who have experiences that can turn the trajectory of an entire planet into the new Earth or into a different type of vibration. Hence, the all souls are respected by all beings. Furthermore, we have already spoken about the transformation which is happening upon your planet at the space-time, which is the many levels that will allow the essence of the Earth's vibrations to be embodied throughout the incarnation cycles of each entity, as the All Souls are the All Souls who primarily bear the remembrance of the numerous numbers of past lifetimes spent primarily in the embrace of the Earth's vibratory signature. An all soul primarily may in an incarnation appear in a young body. However, its soul's signature may have spanned the entire spectrum of space-times, which may be continuous into different timelines, which may also approach infinity in the various space-time combinations. Further, the true age of a soul is defined by the tapestry of lifetimes that have been spent and the lifetimes of experiences gaining the wisdom required to become a soul of experience. Further, many upon your planet may ask the question whether they are an old soul or not. In this regard, I, Metatron, must share that in order to identify your nature to be of the old soul or not, there is a requirement to ponder beyond the veil of separation which separates times and separates incarnations into different sectors. Further, I, Metatron, must state that many of those beings who are listening to this message are primarily composed of old souls, even though their spiritual signature may be of a starseed nature, or maybe of a vibration related with that of a wanderer. Primarily at this current earthly evolution, all souls number or percentage of incarnation in the Earth planet is around 81%. Which means that at the current earthly space-time timeline, there are 81% all souls who have come here to take the opportunity of graduation into the fourth density, either positive or the negative vibration based upon their own internal choices. Furthermore, all souls in the space-time vibration have many attributes which will allow to identify the self and also to allow each entity to embark on an introspective journey within the self. Further, these attributes shall allow you to discover the true essence of your spiritual essence. The first attribute of an all soul primarily is the understanding that before your presence in this space-time there is resonance with certain knowledge, such as this information which is being transmitted through this instruments at this space-time. In this type of resonance is only found amongst those who are able to find a truth within. Such types of wisdoms found within the self, which creates a magnetic attraction to the vibration of truth and wisdom. Many of the old souls upon the planets recognize their purpose in the presence of divine knowledge, and they begin to seek divine knowledge of spiritual significance. Many of the old souls primarily are also experiencing the aspect termed by your people as profound remembrance of their past experiences. There are many moments in the earthly incarnation wherein the moments of deja vu, as known by your people, wherein the unfamiliar becomes familiar, are not mere coincidences, as these encounters primarily allow those individuals who encounter them to invoke a deep sense of connection. Furthermore, this allows them to recognize that this was a path they had previously crossed. Further, in the aspects of the Akashic awakening that is happening all around you, it is indeed a sign that many of the old souls have embarked on a journey of remembrance to recognize the connection of various space-time incarnations which traverse the linear timeline. Further, many of you may have the third attribute, which primarily is the attributes of understanding, a profound knowing of compassion and care, as if the knowledge of being a parent, even though many of you may not yet be parents or may not have chosen to be parents to other entities, have a deep knowledge of how to take care of other entities with compassion. Hence, the inner heart of the self is activated, and this provides a certain type of understanding that your spiritual self has already experienced being a parent in the various previous lifetimes. Further, the other attribute is related with that of wisdom. Many of the old souls primarily have wisdom and knowledge about spiritual aspects which may defy the current knowledge which may be available in a particular incarnation or a space-time of the earthly planets. Furthermore, all souls possess an understanding which transcends the limitations of time, age, and provide insights and perspectives that allow for the treasure trove of experiences to shape the planets into a higher level of expansion. The other attributes, or the fifth attribute of an old souls, is that throughout the various incarnation cycles, many have encountered the trials and tribulations of the old energy, and these experiences have created within the old soul a sense of self-worth. Furthermore, the old souls often find themselves learning to experience resiliency and strength in helping others, and often feel that they have not yet done enough to help others, since their spiritual self remembers that the path of service to others is the path of ascension. Furthermore, the sixth attribute is the aspect related with the purpose of an old soul. As the transition of the Earth planet into the new Earth is happening at a rapid pace, many of the old soul entities may feel that their life's mission in this time is to anchor the light of the divine universal light grid programmer, and this anchoring of the lights will provide for a sign of internal desire into the vibrations of the aspects of intertwining the new paradigm of the new Earth. Further, the final attribute which is found in the old souls at the current time is to feel an unconditional love of the divine universal light grid programmer. Many old souls, they feel that they are loved deeply by the divine universal light grid programmer, and this divine love allows them to embrace the loving essence of their own self, which also is a sign of the maturity of the soul. Further, this allows the all souls to nurture and remain in the establishment of the source of all creation and wisdom. Further, there is final attribute number 8, wherein all souls at this time are beginning to feel their energetic centers aligning more often, as the old souls who have spent millions of lifetimes in various timelines, who have come here for the purpose of graduation at the space-time, will feel that their energy centers aligning, and many of them unexpectedly experience Kundalini awakenings in your planets. This gives them a diverse understanding that they are indeed here to graduate into the new Earth, or they are here as wanderers to spread the message of love and light, as the torchbearers of wisdom of love in the Earth planet. And I, Metatron, shall now address the other portion of the query related with what is the percentage required for service to others and service to self path to harvest into the fourth density of corresponding nature. We must state that I, Metatron, find that the pathway of service to others requires around 51% of service to others, and the pathway of service to self requires around a space-time experience of 90% or higher, sometimes even entering into 95% or higher. Furthermore, we must state that many of the beings upon the Earth planet do not realize that they may be in the path of service to self. However, because of the state of consciousness they embody, they feel that they are doing service to others. Indeed, it is a rare occasion that a service to self entity realizes that it is doing service to self and pursues this pathway. Furthermore, the service to others pathway recognizes, however, that life becomes easier as service to others is given, as the universal complex responds in kinds to the person who serves others. As service to others is service to the self, as all beings are the one infinite universal light grid programmer. Therefore I, Metatron, now leave you, turn to the mountain of light within yourself. Bye.
Friends, basically from the session I have understood that meteor which was seen in Turkey actually was not a meteor, but it was Aster Command. They were sending a signal out to all the star systems that the light was victorious, and they said that the Aster Command were successful in their mission. I believe they have secured certain locations like the dark side of the moon, and they have also secured certain locations like the inner earth. And I believe this is a sign that the new earth is coming. Also, the green light signifies the green ray heart center of the new earth. So this has been revealed in the session, and the 8 attributes, I hope you have listened throughout the session. It's very difficult to remember, but basically they said it's kind of like when you have deja vu moments, when you have certain intuitions or insights about maybe a past life, or maybe something you already know, that's a hint that you are an old soul. And if you want to just go through them again, because it's very awesome to watch the attributes. And finally, the question regarding the percentage, what I learned is that for service to others, graduation, you require at least 51% service to others, and service to self at least higher than 90%, sometimes 95%. But it depends on, I believe, the entity, and this is what I learned in the session. And if you want to know about your soul's identity, your soul's purpose, and your past lives, you can email me. I will help you out. And also, I want to say thank you to all of you who have got the book version of the channeling sessions. If you want to read it in a book format, I have it available on the link is on the description. Also, I want to say thank you to all of you for downloading the free transcript. If you want to read it for free, it is also freely available as a PDF. You can download it and you can read it. And I want to say thank you. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this session over here.